Andy Gill, just been sort of overseeing the sparring sessions for a couple of your lads. Got fights coming up down at Evolve Academy, Evolve Boxing Gym. We'll start off with the whole team. How are they all looking?
Yeah, everybody's looking good. We've had a couple of disappointing times. Lewis obviously had 3 pull-outs, so the last 9 months has been really hard for him. Junior was going through a few troubles, so he didn't fight. So the next fight he will have is in March. So he's still training, but he had a few personal issues that he had to get dealt with. Ahmed was meant to be fighting for an English final eliminator. The kid pulled out. Now he's we've got him a 6-rounder. It was hard. No one wants to fight him. Even the southern area, it was just hard to get him to fight. So at the moment it's only Ahmed and Pat. Pat's out. He's got his first 6-rounder in next Saturday at the York Hall, and then Ahmed fights on the 2nd of December at the York Hall. Yaz had a little bit of a break. We tried to get him to defend his southern area, but we couldn't get him a fight. So, but apart from that, everybody's training, everybody's in camp, everybody's still ticking along.
Yeah, you lot are on fire down here at the moment. Like, you've run through some of those names. All of them have sort of achieved something in their career of late that's been brilliant. So let's just quickly touch back on the Yas fight. Went in against Aaron Prosper. You rang me up after that because I commentated on it. And you said, well, what's Aaron's main weapon? Sort of that right hand. We took it away from him. Was that a career best in terms of a gym, sort of career best performance from one of your lads?
It's up there. I've got 3 Southern Area champions. Got Jamie Smith, Lewis Frimpong, and Yazza. But Yazza's performance, if you go back through Yazza's career, the last 8 fights he's had, he hasn't dieted correctly. He hasn't pushed himself. He hasn't got himself fit, and he's just gone through the process. And as soon as he come here, we looked over his fights, and I said to him, "That's all going to change. That when you come here, I'm a stickler for everything's got to be perfect. So we got to get your diet right." So we got Jack Coke involved, who looks after all my boys. Then fitness-wise, circuits, getting him strong. He was doing weights and stuff. I cut all of that, and we've done a lot of resistance training, rotation, working on his cardio, working on his running patterns, and we built everything up. And then sparring-wise, they're all very similar here, similar as in weights. So we've got short, tall, fast, slow. There's loads of different variations of sparring. So we just put him on the boil, simmered him and got him ready for the first fight. He's never stopped anybody in his whole career. He put the lad down in the first fight he had with me, got back up. It was a 6-rounder. And I think he had a lot of demons within him that he had to let go. So he ended up being a bit of a tear-up. Then we got the offer for the Aaron Prosper fight. I believe we were the underdogs. I believe we were overlooked. And then, we put a plan into action. And I studied, and we put a plan into action. We took it from there.
Yeah. Tell me about the team down here at Evolve. Not just yourself, but those that are helping out with you as well. That help bring all this together. So what fans see under the lights, at your call, or whatever it may be. Tell me about the people that support all.
So the main frame of what Evolve stands for is me. And I don't say that big-headedly. It's all the strength and conditioning, all the free treatments, all the amateur classes, all the pro classes, anything we do to generate money for the club is me. That I'm full-time in it. On top of that, Mickey Lloyd, he's been a friend of mine for 46 years. He was a very good amateur. He's an ex-professional, and he tries to get down here at least once a week, once every 2 weeks. Comes and helps with the sparring, does a few drills with the boys, and does a little bit there, and he helps in the corner. Michelle Nelson is the lady who helps me. She has her helps me with the amateurs, comes and does a couple of classes with me, and does corner work with me. And that's the boxing team. And then we've got Fabrice, who does all the psychology stuff with sports. And yeah, that's basically the team. I've got my missus Eva. She does Pilates, so she does all the mobility and core and stretching and stuff like that. That's the team.
Yeah. And then going into sort of 2024, which isn't far away from us now, where do you see at the end of 2024 the team that you've got here in terms of the boxers?
Yeah.
Have you got something in mind for each of them that you'd like, a position you'd like them all to be?
Yeah, I'd like, so next year I'd like to see, so let's start with Lewis. I'd like to see Lewis win the English. And that's meant to be March the 9th. So, hopefully that'll go through. He'll win the English, and then it's, it could be a Commonwealth, could be a European, could be the British. We've then got 9 months to set all that up, alongside Steve. That's that. And then my son Patrick would be looking to try and get him a southern area. So he's got a 6-rounder coming up. Then March we're going to look at getting him an 8 round, and he needs to get the rounds in so he can develop and take it from there. So yeah, the southern area is what we're looking for at the end of the year for him. Ahmed, we're going for the English Eliminator. We have to have, because Ahmed is not with Steve Goodwin. He's with Mickey Moo, who is another good promoter, another good manager, and we have to sit down and have a discussion.